The NBA has played 82 games every regular season since 1968. It's become a tradition, and the NBA isn't going to change that unless they have to. Which kinda sucks, because we have seen successful years with a shortened regular season. But the reason why the NBA keeps going back to the 82 game schedule is for one thing: money. The more games there are, the more ticket sales, advertisements, sponsorships, and a bunch of other ways to make money. But if the NBA shortened the season, they wouldn't lose as much money as you'd think. It would create a better product for us fans and make the NBA a better business. Let me explain. First, let me explain how this would work, and then I'll let you know why the shortened schedule would be such a successful idea. So the standard NBA regular season starts from mid to late October and ends around mid-April. That's around 180 days during the regular season, 82 of which there is a game. 7 games on average are played every night during the regular season, but with my model it's different. Instead of 82 games, my model will have 60. The length of the regular season will still be the same, but the amount of games played per day will be 5 instead of 7. And there are small details that I'm not going to get into, like how many times a team will play each other, because it might not be equal, but that's not the point. The point is playing less regular season games. Now let's talk about why shortening the regular season would be such a successful idea, and why it would be so good for the league and for fans. First off, there are far too many injuries. There have been countless times where a star goes out and he's knocked out of an MVP race, or his team's championship hopes are gone. And when he does come back, there's no guarantee that he's going to be as good as before. Injuries are probably the worst thing about basketball, and basketball has the most injuries out of any sport in the world. American football, for example, has a bit less injuries, but they're a lot more serious. They want to preserve their players, so that's why they have a 17-game regular season. But does the NBA really need almost 5 times as many games? It has the most injuries, and it's taking a huge toll on the players. We have seen countless careers end from injury, and it would be nice to bring that number down. I want you to hear what Sean Livingston has to say about the 82-game schedule.
What's the hardest part of being an NBA player?
82 games. 82 games.
How did your style of play evolve during the years?
Just, taking care of your body, making sure that, you're ready to play. It's obviously a lot of games. Just preparing yourself physically and mentally.
The more injuries there are, the worse the NBA as a product becomes. Fans want to see their favorite player, and if he's injured, they might not watch the games. And people spend their hard-earned money to buy tickets, and they might not even watch what they wanted to see. And in general, when teams aren't at full health, the game isn't as good. That doesn't even take into account the careers that have been ruined by injury. The less injuries there are, the better the NBA becomes. The games are so much more entertaining, and so the fans are more invested. And that will help the NBA make back some of the money they're losing from the shortened schedule. Going back to the NFL, they make the most money out of any sports league in the world, and a lot of that is because of the huge demand. They have a short schedule, so the fans are more invested in every single game. On the other hand, the MLB is at number 2 in revenue, and a lot of that is because they have so many games, 162 to be exact. The NBA would still have the best of both worlds, losing a bit of what the MLB does and adopting a bit more of what the NFL does. Lessening the numbers of games will also help solve load management. The 76ers used it in the 2018 season with Embiid, and the Raptors would popularize it in their 2019 championship season. They would schedule rest periods for Kawhi in the regular season, and that would help him stay healthy and have his body in great condition for the playoffs, as it would help him become the finals MVP. It's become really popular over the last couple of years, and the league didn't like this. The NBA set out to fine teams $100,000 if they rest healthy players for nationally televised games, going back to the money side of things. But instead of that, why doesn't the NBA just make a schedule where the players don't feel the need to miss games even though they're healthy? I understand where the players are coming from, but I also understand where the NBA is coming from. The players just want their bodies to be in the best condition possible for when it matters the most, but the league is paying them tens of millions of dollars to play the game, and they're sitting out and not doing their job when they can. Having a regular season around 60 games will help solve the issue of load management, and again, help create a better product. And you might be saying that with less games, there'll be less viewers, but I don't think that will really be the case. The viewers might go down a bit, but it isn't going to be a big deal. The main loss is ticket sales, but for the vast majority of the people that are watching at home, they will have to pick from 5 games instead of 7. The people that watch the games will continue to watch the games. With fewer games, the intensity will go up a bit. Every game is a little more valuable, so the players will put a little more effort, so the game is a little more exciting, and the NBA and their fans are a little bit more pleased. It's a win for everyone. The only other downside I could possibly think of is that some records might not be broken ever again, but it's not that big of a deal. Seasonal records and career records will be affected, but that's minor. Overall, I think a 60-game regular season is perfect. It helps solve major issues like injuries and load management when there isn't much of a downside. The league will make a bit less money, but other than that, I don't see why the NBA wouldn't pull the trigger and shorten the regular season. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a like as it does help me a lot. I read every single comment, so let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.